5. So maybe I've not been pushing myself hard enough. So today we're gonna do a train with me. I'm gonna do a push, pull and a lower body movement. So that'll be a squat, and then my push will be overhead press and my pull will be a row. I'm gonna do 5 sets of 5 on each of them. And I'm gonna talk to you about how to note your progress down, what I'll be doing and why. So yeah, let's get started. So with barbell exercises, it's all about patience. It's gonna take time to progress and to load weight on and to get stronger. It might not feel like you're doing a lot in sessions just because you're not sweating all the time. Your heart rate might go up a little bit, but stay pretty calm the whole session through. Doesn't mean that you're not training hard enough. It just means it's not cardio. Now it's up to you. You can do less reps on a higher weight, or you can do some more reps on a weight that you feel comfortable with as you work up. I like to stick with 5 reps. I think it's quite good in between. So once I feel comfortable with 5 reps on a weight, and I can do that quite easily and consistently, I will then move up weight. Since not having a gym for a year because of lockdown, we invested in our own barbell. So the money that I'd probably used for about 2 years of gym membership went on this equipment at home. It meant that we can train in lockdown, and also I have a pretty busy lifestyle, so it's much easier for me to train at home instead of travelling to the gym. So the reason I like to do barbell exercises, I choose about 4 or 5 different compound movements. I choose deadlift, squat, floor press, overhead press, row, and you can do some sort of pull up as well. These movements are good because, especially on the deadlift and the squat, they're the movements that you can do the most amount of weight on. They're full body exercises, and it's much easier to progress and strengthen on them. Pick the compound movements that you like. I don't necessarily love floor press a lot, so I'll do more overhead press. It's definitely more beneficial doing higher weight with compound movements instead of spending all day doing 17,000 donkey kicks, because you can't really progress on that. You can do progressive overload very easily with a barbell, just adding weight on when you feel comfortable. And yeah, so I'll talk about the little book. So in this book, I write down every time I do a session, every time I do a movement. So really easy. The way I'd note it down is you write down what weight it is and how many reps you do, and then you can write how many sets. So as you do your next session, you can flip back in your book and see what weight you did last time for how many reps and try to do better than that this time. Or if you've just moved up weight, try to stay on that weight. Go into detail on how to do all these compound movements, but there are people on YouTube that explain it a lot better than I do about form and some quality information. People like Thrall, Rippetoe. I'll link some videos down below that I think are very useful. And also, whilst you're on Instagram scrolling away, follow people like Squat University who give very detailed explanations on form, on injury, and also watch Olympic weightlifters. If you're interested in this subject and you want to know more, follow the people that teach you and that go over these exercises, because there's always more that you can learn. Now you see lots of people working out looking really pretty when it's hard work. I'm all for looking as ugly as you can. Bracing is very important when you're doing any of these exercises. It's about protecting your spine to stay stiff throughout the movement. It's like if you're going to be punched in the stomach, you're bracing these muscles. That doesn't come with a little breath in. So if you see my face contorting into various things, that's why. Barbell exercises and these compound movements to women in general, a lot of them say to me, I don't want to bulk, or I want to lose fat first and then tone up. Well, there are people that have been doing this for many years and have not gotten bulky. The only way you will ever be bulky is if you either have superior genetics and use PEDs, performance enhancing drugs. That's not with everyone. It is easier for men to look bulky whilst doing these exercises naturally, because they naturally have lower body fat than women and have higher testosterone. So if you're just taking up the gym or just wanting to strengthen or have a more defined body, please do not be afraid of these. You're not magically just gonna poof up like a croissant. I've only been lifting barbell weights for 2 years and I've got quite moderate body fat as well. So the chances aren't likely. And just aim on getting stronger. The stronger you are, the easier it is to function through life. As you get older, the healthier you are. Also, you're not just strengthening the muscles, you're creating more bone density. So you're strengthening your bones as you age and the muscles around them. As you can see, I've not put any weight on my overhead press. The bar itself is 20 kilograms and my upper body is definitely not as strong as my lower body, but that's absolutely fine. I add more leg drive as well in my overhead press, which is completely natural. I aim to not have any leg drive, so that's just the push to help me get it up. And once I can just do the overhead press with the bar without any leg drive consistently, I will then start to add weight on. But this is what we mean about patience and persistence and just trying your best each time. squats, I moved from 4 reps of 50 to 5 reps. I've just put 55 on the bar. So I'm gonna see how many I do. Hopefully I do 3. If I don't, that's fine. It's another weight. So let's hit a PR, shall we? I surprised myself. It definitely helps working out early in the day for me. I just did 5. So maybe I've not been pushing myself hard enough. I didn't go to as much depth as I normally do. I didn't pause at the bottom like I normally do. However, I'll work up to that. I did 5 reps. Yay! So next time I've just got to keep it up and do it again. When I train, it is such a mental game sometimes. Like, some days I'll do so much better just because I'm feeling more positive and I feel more motivated. But always train when you don't feel like it as well. Because trust me, there are a lot of times when I really don't want to, when I've had a long day or just not feeling up to it. And you'll still do well. And you'll feel good that you did it because you will have still progressed. And they definitely feel easier when you're in a good mood. So your mindset is mad. It can do wonders. That time I only did 3 reps, but it's cool because I'm obviously getting tired and that'll happen, but still hit PR, so yeah. Another thing I wanted to mention, I did not have very good mobility at all in my squat when I started. That's fine. What I did when I warmed up was practiced sitting in a squat. So a little bit wider than parallel and just sitting. Trying to lean forward and get that mobility. And once I just got into the habit of sitting in that position, even if it is a little bit uncomfortable, I definitely saw a difference in my depth, in my strength and my stability as well. So as you warm up, whilst you cool down, whilst you're just waiting for the microwave, whilst you're brushing your teeth, just practice sitting a squat for a couple of seconds at a time, and you will definitely see a difference over time. Okay, I'm well and truly finished. I'm gonna have fat scran, and if you're not from the north of England, that is a very large meal. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.